Okay, so someone is here. Welcome back to our live streams. Finally, we are together again. So today we will have pretty good reason to make one more live stream. Now we change the studio a bit, something I hope more professional anyways. Okay. Yeah, and today we have really good reason, like I said. Today the topic of this stream is the G3 Camera Hub, something we have been waiting for such a long time. And finally, this product is here for the global market. So no need to check some cross-border channels and other places where you can get the Chinese versions of G3. Now you have a global version and it is packed with much more features. And this is something you will certainly like. So I will specifically stop on this today and explain you what special things you will find in our global version of G3 Camera Hub. So today's topic is called the why G3 Camera Hub is our cutest and most feature-packed, most flagship product ever for us. Really? Okay, let's start. So welcome everyone again for all the platforms where you are watching us from. And today we will have the main topic of the stream and, like usual, of course, the Q&A, so questions and answers, so that you will be able to ask any kind of questions in the comments of the live stream, so that I will be able to answer these questions live, okay? So, not in the UAE, okay. So, not yet, unfortunately, so we cannot cover all the markets for this product. Anyways, we will keep developing our distribution network, and at some point in your country, even if it hasn't started yet, these products will also hit the market. So let's get started. So what is special about today's event? Once again, we are launching our first on-device AI product ever. So this is some kind of a new era for our company, because before we were known for really good, really cost-efficient, but quite simple products, such as, for example, the sensors. For example, this motion sensor or the vibration temperature humidity sensor you can see in this demo box you liked so much last time. So and now we are switching to something much more high-tech, much more sophisticated. So even this time we had so many interesting things in this product, so that everybody had a bit of a hard time marketing this product. But I hope you will like it, because there are many things we can explain. We will try to do it right now. So sorry, maybe I'm a bit caught cold, but anyways, I hope you will like the explanation. So what I will tell you what is special about this little, already not so little camera hub here. So quite a flagship solution, yeah. So secondly, I will tell you, of course, like what are the use cases, for example, how we use this kind of product here and how you could use it as well. If you have any kind of suggestions, feel free to share with us in the comments. Oh, we have much more comments, so that I will be able to discuss it with you live here, okay? So please sell Amazon AS, so I hope as well we will cover much more Amazon in the nearest future, but as we say here, so we go slowly, okay? But at some point we will be there, so don't worry. So I can tell you that we started from Amazon.us. Now we also have Amazon.ca, Amazon.uk, Amazon.fr. Later, more Amazons will come, so that more and more people will be able to enjoy our products there in many different countries. Okay, so the first sets of questions, let's say, except for the two first questions from Tahir Butma. Okay, next two questions. Occupancy sensors coming. Okay, later, please. So this is something which will come next year, I can tell you. Okay, so stay tuned again. This will be something amazing as well, but now the topic is G3. NAS support, this is something I also wanted to talk about. I will stop on this and explain you what is interesting about NAS support in our upcoming cameras, which will hit the market soon, already hit for G3. So yes, this feature will be there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first of all, I wanted to just share with you some of our recent news which cover our products and our system. So our system, of course, is called Aqara Home, right? So for some of our products, we have amazing updates. And unfortunately, as we have seen, not everybody knows what kind of updates we have recently. So of course, we will try to work on the communication of these features in the future, something we would like to fix. And right now, thanks to our fellow media, for example, HomeKit News, for providing this kind of news to our users, so that they will know that some of our products were updated with some amazing features which differentiate them from the competition. For example, the first one I would like to share is this roller shade driver, right? So this is something unfortunately cannot be sold in North America right now, but in the future we'll try to come up with some solutions. But this is quite an important product for us, and now it's already sold in Europe, including Russia, including UK. So if you are from this kind of countries, you will be able to test this kind of product. This is retrofit controller for the roller shades, so that you don't have to spend much money and time to install this kind of device. So this is very simple to understand. It is pulling the chain of the roller shade which you have at home, so you can just install it onto the existing roller shade. And what is new about this product recently? So we got really two quite important updates. First of all, now you can tune the speed of this product. So this speed can be adjusted. So first of all, for example, in the morning, you will be able to open the roller shade slowly, so that it will not wake you up immediately, but just prepare you to waking up. And secondly, okay, of course, it decreases the noises at all, so that you will not hear, although it's quite silent by itself. So of course, I cannot give you. Okay, you won't even hear this kind of noise. Maybe I'll try, because I have this kind of microphone. Okay. So I'm not sure if you hear it. So now the speed is set to medium. Anyways, you will be able to choose between 3 speeds, high, medium, and low. And I hope this will distinguish this product from others, because many of our competitors do not have this kind of features. So, and secondly, you also can use the scenes in automations starting from now. Okay, we have more questions coming. Once again, don't hesitate to ask any kind of questions. Okay, the question here is, will it support Matter? So for us, if the product is now sold by our company, it means that in the future, once this specification will be available in Matter, this product will be supported by Matter, but this will be the support, native support from our hubs like M1S and M2, which is not here. Okay, so these hubs will support Matter natively via Wi-Fi. At the same time, the child devices will require the hub to support Matter. This is how it will work. So we are also expecting to get this Matter OTA as soon as possible, but it does not depend on us. 2 more questions and I will continue going on, okay? So suggestions: have the Chinese built-in wall socket in the EU version. That's so great. Of course, we have this kind of thoughts and we'll keep pushing this kind of product. EU wall outlet. Next year you will see the first product from our new series, and it's sure that for European users, you will like this kind of product. And the wall outlet, this will be something which will hit the market later, but we don't have the clear ETA yet, unfortunately. And one more question: make it available to buy. we are always making our products available to buy, and as you can see, for example, for this year, like I said about the Amazon, the products are reaching more and more markets steadily. So, and we will not loosen this pace, so we'll not make it slower. Okay. Okay, let's keep going, yeah? Secondly, quite a good feature here. So feature is connected to HomeKit. So we have Aqara Home app, right? So in Aqara Home app, we have a new feature for M1S Hub. M1S Hub has a built-in LED RGB light. So you can, for example, I will show you right now if you haven't seen it. So this is not just a siren, which has a speaker inside. Also RGB light, you can choose the color, and you can choose the brightness, and it will smoothly change depending on automations or the control from the Aqara Home app, yeah? Okay, and here the new feature is very important for those who use HomeKit. I hope more and more people will see and try to use this kind of feature. I will try to explain you quite in simple words, yeah? So if you go to automation and choose the M1S Hub, I don't know if you can see it anyway, so automation, if then, yeah, 2 sections. If you press if and choose M1S Hub here in the list of devices, you will find the new condition which we have introduced I think less than a month ago. So this condition is called the night light brightness up to. So this is the last one from the list. Even if you cannot see the text here, the last one from the list you choose, and here you can choose the specific brightness of this M1S Hub which will make the automation triggered, yeah? So how should it be used? Very simple. So this is something our HomeKit YouTubers has been showing to you for quite a long time already, but before they were using a smart plug to bridge HomeKit and Aqara Home. Because of course Aqara Home does not have all of the devices and all the features exposed to HomeKit, although despite this, Aqara Home now can be controlled from HomeKit directly via automations, which is something quite new. So how to do it? In HomeKit you set up an automation. For example, if you press Philips Hue mini switch, in this case change the brightness of M1S Hub to 97%, and you make an automation in the Aqara Home app. If the brightness of M1S Hub is 97%, like here for example, 97, in this case, do something. And as do something, you will be able to choose any kind of action from the list available in Aqara Home, so that you will be able to control any kind of Aqara Home devices, no matter if they support HomeKit or not. This is something new and native, which is amazing, right? So you don't have to have any kind of third-party apps, third-party hubs, like at Hoops, for example, to achieve this kind of simple interaction. So now two systems are bridged. Okay, looks like we have some more questions. Let me answer them first. Excelentes productos. Estoy encantando. Okay, thank you so much. Gracias. Okay, anyone more? Okay. No need to translate Spanish. Thanks. Okay, anyways, we go on, right? So this was the second new feature I would like to introduce, right? Now, Aqara Home and HomeKit, they are even closer, and even if some of the devices next year will not support HomeKit out of the box, why? Because HomeKit does not have these kind of device types. Even in this case, they will be able to be controlled from automations from HomeKit, so that for HomeKit users, this certainly will make a great change. So I hope more and more KOLs, YouTubers may make some kind of content to explain this kind of new feature to average users, okay? So next one, also we have quite a small update, something expected for so long by the users, camera family sharing. So right now, if you have various accounts in a Aqara Home app, you finally will be able to share the camera feed, something that should have been implemented much time ago when we launched G2H Camera Hub. Now it's finally there, which means that the gap between some top camera solutions providers and Aqara is getting smaller and smaller. At some point, I hope we will become one of the major camera product providers on the market. So, okay, these were the 3 small updates for Aqara features, okay? And now we will switch to our G3, the topic of this stream. So, first of all, I would like to tell you how did we launch this G3 Camera Hub with AI functionality, right? So, we launched it yesterday actually on Amazons, different Amazons in Europe and in North America, and we have some kind of offers here. So what kind of offers? Of course, you got a special price to celebrate this launch. To celebrate the launch of G3 Camera Hub, you will have 2 different promo codes. So one is for North American Amazons, and this promo code will sound like G3 Social. So G3 SOCIAL, yeah? G3 Social. This kind of promo code will get 20% off from the MSRP, which will make the price very, very competitive, especially in terms of the on-device AI cameras. Actually, this is the most affordable on-device AI camera, and even if you compare with more expensive solutions, this camera will have many, many interesting features I would like to discuss you today, a bit later, yeah? And secondly, for Amazon.fr, so for now only France, France, we have the promo code which sounds like FR Social G3. FR SOCIAL G3, this kind of code. Okay, and this code will give you €20 off for the G3 Camera Hub, which will make the price again competitive, especially compared to our main competitor, which also has on-device AI, but I think much less functionality. But this is up to you. You can test and compare, yeah? We are not afraid to compare, okay? So, good. So, next point, of course, the, let's say, introduction of Camera Hub G3. for you here. So what do I have here? I have the demo box here, so we will not touch this demo box a lot. The main hero of today's video stream, so live stream, will be of course the Camera Hub G3, which is not just a camera, also a hub, which means that it can connect Aqara child devices which use Zigbee 1.2 or Zigbee 3.0 for newer devices. What kind of child devices we have here? Not many. To make it more simple, we have only two. So one is a wireless controller, which is mini switch, right? So you can press like single press, double press, long press, and you can set different actions in Aqara Home. So for each of these three different presses of this mini switch, right? And second one is our roller shed driver E1. Of course, not for all the markets, but it will really explain my idea really well, I hope. So you can use any kind of different Aqara roller shed motor or curtain motor, something which will hit the market later as well. So the principle will be absolutely the same. I'll just show you how it really works in case of G3 Camera Hub, okay? So these two products connected to G3. G3 is a camera hub, and I will showcase some of the automations I like and explain how to make use of this kind of AI functionality in a good way, the best possible way, yeah? Okay, so we have some questions, I think, or no. Okay, so let me switch back to the introduction of G3 Camera Hub, yeah? Okay, so first of all, I know that some of you already got this kind of product previously, and of course you got it from some cross-border channels, and now we can say that now we have more and more differences from the version which was available on AliExpress for some time and our global fully functional version of G3 Camera Hub. So what kind of differences we have here? First of all, of course, the support of our third-party integration. So of course in China people don't use something like IFTTT or Amazon Alexa or Google. In this case, G3 does support it in a global version when it is connected to our global regions, such as, for example, the Europe or US or Russia. So you will be able to choose depending on the country you are living in. So our global servers do support this kind of integrations, and finally our cameras of this year will support Google and Alexa streaming to Google and Alexa smart speakers, but this is another topic. So you will be able to ask something like Alexa, show me the porch, and it will show the image from G3 in case G3 has the name of porch in your system. So something that many people were waiting for, right? But anyways, it remains being the HomeKit secure video camera, one of a few of its kind, and of course, even compared to especially compared to those cameras which are natively HomeKit secure video compatible from some quite famous brands, this one is not only more affordable, much more affordable compared to some of them, but also has much more functionality. And what kind of functionality I will tell you, no worries, yeah? Okay, so here we have G3 Camera Hub, right? Third difference I would like to discuss between the global version and the Chinese version is that, of course, it does have the localization. What kind of localization? So first of all, the adapter, we do have the adapters depending on the market. We did not dare to exclude adapter like some of famous brands did, just because this camera hub is quite powerful. It has powerful NPU. That's why it consumes more than just 5 volts, 1 amp. That's why we did include the power adapter for all of our versions of this camera hub. So yeah, and of course the plug type will depend on the market as well. And also something quite cute here. So the question was why this is our cutest product here, and compared to the Chinese version, we managed to put these cute ears into the box. So, and we already know that some of the users like it quite much, right? So but what is important here is that you can just remove it very easily. I can show you, okay? So you just do something like this, you remove it without damaging anything, you don't damage this one, you can put it on when you want. So this is some small point I hope some of you will certainly like. Of course, absolutely for free, included into the packaging, yeah? Okay, and of course the certifications which are required to make it sold on the global markets are there as well, depending on the market, yeah? So depending on where it is actually So here there is no problem. Okay, so let me answer some of the questions here. Cuando llegar a Mexico? I don't know about the Mexico, so hopefully the Amazon team will listen to this suggestion as well. So at some point to enter the Mexican Amazon. I'm sure at some point it will certainly happen, but not yet, unfortunately. Amazon España, yeah, Spain as well. Spain will be much closer than you think. And right now, I think if you check our Amazon FR page, where we already start selling the G3 Camera Hub, in this case, you will be able to pay for some delivery and get this product at the same time with other European countries, especially France, right? But in the future, we have a plan to enter the Amazon ES as well, so stay tuned again. Okay, 2 more questions. So officially launching in Australia, Amazon Australia, Amazon I don't know really, but I think quite soon we will have some options to get Aqara products from the distributors or retailers in Australia. So once again, stay tuned. We have where to buy page. You go to aqara.com and just check the where to buy link and check if your country is present. At some point it should be in Australia as well, as far as we know here, yeah? Love Aqara, thank you so much. Available in Europe, Netherlands. So it really depends on particular retailer, right? So we have many retailers in many countries, and these retailers, they just cannot launch it at the same time, unfortunately. So I already have seen that in some countries, such as Northern Europe, for example, this camera hub was already available to pre-order a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, depends on the particular retailer, right? So for Europe, it's much easier. It will be available not only in the Amazons there, but also by many of our distributors. Okay, so and now let me explain some of the selling points, some of the interesting things which our Camera Hub G3 has here, and I will try to also to showcase some of the interesting automations so that you will know how would you use in case you get this kind of product, if you are not convinced yet, okay? Okay, sorry. And once again, don't hesitate to ask the questions. At some point I will stop and answer these questions together. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that this is quite a unique solution. Why? Because compared to many of our competitors, Camera Hub G3 does have a built-in and fully local on-device AI. So it does have NPU, neural processing unit, and this unit can process different machine learning operations in real time and of course locally. So even in case there is no internet connection, we just test it. So for example, face recognition will keep working no matter what happens with your internet connection. So, okay. So this is the case of G3 Camera Hub, and this is something that makes it quite unique. So because majority of our competitors, to get this kind of advanced AI features, you will have to just pay the subscription fee, and also your footage will be sent to the server because the server will be in charge of analyzing the video in terms of recognition, such as face recognition, for example. So this is the difference, and not many of our competitors that do have this kind of features. And among this kind of competitors, we are for sure, we are most affordable solution right now. But this product is not about being affordable. This product is about the functionality and unique features, and also design depends on your preference, right? Okay, so local AI, what kind of recognition do we have? For example, the face recognition, let me show you some of the example, for example, okay, I'll just pan and tilt it a bit lower so that it can see me better, right? So let's check it, very easy. I have this mini switch, it has 3 functions. When I press once, the camera will enter the face recognition mode, and when it recognizes my face, it will turn on the privacy protection. So this is how it works here. This is how it uses the local on-device AI. I will show you, right? So I press once. It recognizes my face. It recognizes, and now it is turning off and activates the privacy protection mode. You can see this cute face. So everything worked. Don't worry, we tested many times, even without the internet. So these kind of automations are completely local for the face recognition. And these pictures are stored on the device without sending them to the server. And we already have some of the YouTubers who tested this as well. So You can just check some YouTube reviews which hit the YouTube 1 or 2 days ago. Okay, so this is the face recognition, quite easy, and I will explain why this kind of use case is quite important, quite unique here. Okay, so first of all, this local AI such as face and gesture recognition. Let's try gestures, for example. I press 2 times. This kind of camera it opens, right? Has many gestures you can configure. What kind of gestures? For example, OK, for example, V sign, finger gun, the 4 and 5. So this kind of gestures, as well as double gesture mode for more accuracy, right? So now we'll test some of them, for example. So I make it a bit higher now so that it can check me as well, because now it's quite low, right? And I will show you something like this, right? So when it recognizes the gesture, it becomes green. Unfortunately, I cannot show you so easily. Okay, green. Can you see it? Unfortunately not. But anyways, you can set any kind of automations based on these gesture triggers, so that, for example, when you show it one kind of gesture, it will do anything with your other Aqara devices. What kind of devices? For example, this roller shade driver here. But this is something I will show you a bit later. Okay, anyways, first selling point I would like to discuss is our local face gesture recognition here. And the second one is, of course, the PT. So so we have here also quite a simple automation. So when you press it, long press, this mini switch, it will turn to one predefined position. And when you press again, it will turn back to one more position. So you will be able to control it manually using the app, or you will be able to control it via automations. For example, in one case, it will turn to your sofa, so that you will be able to trigger the gesture recognition of the camera. In other case, it will turn to the door, so that it will check who enters your room. So, for example, long press here, and it turns in one side, right? Now it's looking there, stopped. So once again, long press, it turns back. So this is just a simple automation. Of course, you will be able to configure it based on your preference here. Okay, you guys did it again. Thank you so much. Why I can't purchase the roller shade driver? Okay, we are working on solution with the roller shades as well as roller shade drivers. Unfortunately, not so fast, but at some point it will be there. Just stay tuned, okay? So, G3 Camera Hub. Now I showed you the 360-degree PT functionality here. So finally, you are able to control the PT motors of the camera in the automations. Apart from the manual and control via automations and predefined positions, it does also have an interesting feature which is called the cruising. Yeah, you just can fix some kind of positions, and this camera will cruise between different positions, so that maximum range will be covered in terms of security, right? So this is something you can use as well here. Okay, one more thing I would like to discuss here is the third point. The third point is about the infrared controller. So apart from Zigbee, this is one of the quite unique devices on the market in this camera segment, which does support the infrared control of some traditional devices, such as, for example, TV or AC. So in the app, looks something very similar to M2, but it also has some advantages over M2 in terms of the infrared control. So here you can choose different kinds of devices you would like to control, such as TVs, ACs, any kind of boxes, not any kind, of course. In case your remote is not here, you will be able to use the customize feature and teach this camera with the existing remote you have right now, so no problem in this case. And compared to M2 Hub, which was our flagship solution before 2 days ago, officially, yeah. So this one, in terms of infrared automations, will make all the automations local, finally, even because of some limitations of M2, some of the automations, for example, the custom automation, okay, not custom, some of the automations such as ACs and TVs were not local for certain reasons. In case of G3, everything is local, so even in case there is no internet or the connection is very bad, even in this case, there will not be any problem with the triggering of this kind of infrared control automation. So this is something quite good, I think. Okay, So of course you can record any kind of commands. You can even turn first and later activate the infrared command so that the probability of triggering the device will be higher. So everything is up to you, which is I think quite amazing here. So anyways, for cameras this feature is quite unique once again. Once again, don't hesitate to ask any kind of questions in the comments and I will answer them here in live. Yeah. One more point here, what is good about this camera, especially compared to G2H camera which had hit the market last year, is the sensor resolution. Sensor resolution now is 2K, which means the 1296p, which is about 50% more than conventional 1080p. So 1080p is around 2 megapixel, while the 2K is around 3 megapixels. So the increase is quite big. It's not like some of our media, for example, say a slight increase. Actually, the increase is not slight. The only caveat here is that in HomeKit, unfortunately, the 2K resolution is not supported yet. So hopefully it will be supported later. In this case, you will be able to use this kind of camera at its full resolution, even in HomeKit. For now, Aqara Home, no problem. You will have an SD card inside. You will be able to stream with this kind of high resolution, at the same time save all the videos in this kind of high resolution as well. Oh, I already have three G3s. You are probably the leader. But we have seen some of the commenters in Russia, they wanted to buy 10 Mars edition G3, which is quite a big number to me, I think. Okay, anyways, 2K sensor, but 1080p in HomeKit for now, unfortunately. So, and one more feature which is common for our cameras, all of our cameras do have this feature, and we will keep having this feature even in the next year. This feature is obviously called the Zigbee 3.0 hub. So what is good about this? You have already seen, right? So you just connect any kind of Aqara devices. Okay, I can say you should better get the global versions of the Aqara devices, otherwise there might be some problems of the compatibility with the global servers. So you get any kind of global devices from Aqara, in this case you will be able to use them without any additional hub needed. Why? Because the hub is included into the camera. So this camera hub, G3, that's why it's called camera hub, not just a camera. So it can connect all the devices, use them in automations, control them by voice, control them any other kind, like any other Aqara hub. All of the previous and the newest Aqara devices, at least global ones, will be supported and will be quite future-proof. Okay, Zigbee 3.0 hub here. Okay, and the next one is obviously the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, something our users have been waiting for quite a long time. Our hubs like, for example, M1S do not have this feature yet, unfortunately, so we did get many requests, and finally we can say, yeah, we do have this 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, because we know that some of our friends, they have routers which do have the merged 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. At the same time, some of them think that, for example, in case of 5 gigahertz, the interference will be less, which is quite right from the point of physics, and G3 can be connected to 5 gigahertz networks, and this is quite a selling point, especially compared to some quite famous brands which are competing with our solution. Okay, so, and the last thing I would like to discuss with you is the new features which will arrive on this camera a bit later. So what kind of features is something which was already asked in the comments today. And the first feature was, of course, the NAS storage. So NAS storage is something also we got many requests, and I can publicly announce here that not now, but a bit later, even maybe faster than you might think, you will get the feature for G3. The feature will be NAS storage. NAS storage will support a Samba protocol, and this will allow to stream and save your video footage not just to SD card, but also to the NAS storage, which has more reliable, for example, HDDs and much more space there. So this is something new for us. This is something that many of you, I hope, will like as well. Okay, so let me answer one more question here from Arthur. When will the largest Magic Pad will hit the market? S3 thermostat panel. So these are some products not for the global market. We will have much more excited things a bit later. So once again, stay tuned. Okay, because yeah, of course there are some products, but now our global portfolio is getting stronger and stronger, and I'm pretty sure that very soon we'll have even much more interesting products on global market compared to the Chinese market here. Okay, is that a Aqara water bottle? No, it's not a Aqara water bottle here. It's just no-name water bottle, but this is a nice idea. We'll have a Aqara water bottle very soon. I hope you will be happy to see it. Okay, is it including backdoor for China? Of course not. Okay, backdoor for China. I don't know why for China. So, for example, you can check the latest review. Okay, latest review. Please check. I forgot the name. But anyways, one of the recent reviews of G3 Camera Hub, and you will check an analysis of what this camera hub is sending, let's say, to some foreign servers. I can give you a small spoiler, it does not send anything to there. We do have our Aqara home servers which are compliant with all the regulations in the market we are present at. For example, in Europe it is compliant with GDPR. At the same time, we don't have any kind of storage options for this camera, so this is quite lightweight solution, and this is basically a local, not only from the point of automations, but also from the point of storage. The only thing that is stored on the server is just short clips which are triggered each time some event happens, and you are able to disable this in the settings. You can disable this completely, and in this case it will only store this video on the SD card inside it, or will stream to HomeKit secure video, NAS in the future, Google or Alexa, and so on, without any kind of interference, even with our servers, which are also located in the countries where we are present globally. Yeah. Okay, this is my question, my answer for your question about backdoors. Yeah. Okay, so and now maybe the most interesting part here. This part is about the use cases of these camera hubs, and I will try to explain you what is important here. Okay. So, for example, one of my favorite automations here, something I did already show you, is about the face recognition. And I know that many people are really concerned about the face recognition privacy. For example, when you come home, you need your camera to turn off automatically. But in some cases, okay, some geofencing functions may fail or be not so reliable. So this is one more layer which will allow you to turn off the camera every time you get home. And in this case, if this camera will recognize your face, in this case it will turn off, and I mean it will turn on the privacy protection mode. Let me show you this kind of use case again. Yeah. Okay. So once again, this is mini switch connected to G3 Camera Hub, and I'll just press once to activate the face recognition on the camera. So you can switch between different modes, such as, for example, gesture recognition or face recognition. So press once, and so in my case, the automation tells that in case my face is detected, in this case, it should turn on the privacy protection mode. So this cute face is here, which means now the privacy protection mode is on. So as you have probably seen from the reviews, the reaction is quite fast, and if you place it near the door, within a few seconds, it will always recognize your face and launch the automations you would like it to launch. Okay, so first of all, this kind of use case. Yeah. Okay, and I have one more setup which is a bit different. It does use two of the main interesting functions of this camera hub, and it is also connected to face recognition, of course, at the same time connected to gesture recognition. So for my case, it works in this way. So I open the door, I have a smart door lock there, I open the door, in this case, camera, like this, for example, it turns to the direction, no, sorry, and now it's a privacy protection, of course it cannot turn as well. So if the privacy protection is on, in this case the camera does not receive the commands as well. So first it should exit this mode. This is made for security and for more privacy, right? So let me, for example, 2 times. In this case it will activate the gesture recognition, and now I will long press this and it will move, right? So long press. Once again, now it moves. Okay, anyways, the idea is I enter the house. In this case, the camera just moves to the direction of my door to track who has entered the home, yeah? So in this case, it turns on the face recognition. In case it detects me, in this case, it does turn to the sofa and turn on the gesture recognition. In this case, I will be really secure because it will not look at what I'm doing outside of sofa, which will increase my privacy, obviously. So something I don't want to show to the camera, I will do outside the sofa. So in case I really want to sit, let's say enjoy some movie or something like this, in this case I will sit, the camera will face me, and okay, I do something like this, and the camera will recognize my gesture. So when the camera recognizes the gesture, like this for example, yeah, now it works as well, it does give you the green light here, and you can configure some of the automations using these gestures, yeah? For example, one of also my favorite use cases when I don't want to camera to watch me, so I do like this, and it goes to privacy protection mode. So something like this means that I don't want it to look at me, I do want it to turn on the privacy protection. So something quite simple. You might have much more ideas here, but these are the use cases which, for me, for example, are quite useful. I hope some of you will like them as well. Okay, so we have some more questions here. Okay, face gesture recognition processed locally. Sure, they are local because it does have the NPU, neural processing unit, and this unit is independent from the network. So we don't send all the footage to the cloud, which does saves us the efforts as well. At the same time, it increases your privacy, increases the speed, responsiveness, which is cool. So once again, if you are not enough with my explanation, feel free to search for some YouTube reviews and check what KOLs are saying about this product. Okay, so these were some of the use cases I wanted to explain you. And also, we will have one more quite amazing feature which will hit this product, I hope, before the new year. And this feature is about the custom ringtone, something that our users have been waiting for such a long time. Actually, we are already testing this feature, and once it comes to G3, you will be able to configure much more exciting automations here. What kind of automations? For example, you can make a small surprise using this camera. Surprise, for example, when your wife is coming back home. In this case, the camera will recognize the face and will tell her something good, right? So I think this is quite good. Anyways, you can make many different announcements, such as, for example, okay, welcome home, or you can tell to someone who is unknown for the camera. So if unknown face is detected, you can say like, your footage will be sent to someone you don't want it to be sent to, and maybe this person will be afraid of something bad, right? So anyways, there is endless space for your ideas, and feel free to share any kind of ideas with the hashtag, with the Aqara, so that we will be able to see. Of course, on Reddit, even more ideas are usually coming, which is amazing. We are also making some kind of catalog of these amazing ideas, and I hope that this camera will lead to even more exciting ideas, because there are many, many possibilities in automation, so it should be configured by you, and I hope you will like it. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to discuss here, one more use cases, is about the correlated events. So I can explain it. This was some of the key features of our previous generation G2H Camera Hub. So because G2H Camera Hub was also a Zigbee 3.0 hub, it was able to connect many Zigbee devices. In this case, it can increase the security system, leverage the security feature of our smart home system. And how does it work? How did it work? So you did connect some of the sensors, such motion sensor, door window sensor, to the Camera Hub G2H. In this case, in the camera feed, you would be able to mark all these events so that you will see what was happening in your home. At the same time, G3 makes it even more amazing, and this will make G3 more amazing than many of our competitors, maybe even all of our competitors. So how does it work? For example, we have Camera Hub. So let me first turn off the privacy protection. So now the lens is visible here. So it is monitoring the room. For example, it's looking at the door. At some point, it knows that some of our sensors was triggered. For example, the door window sensor. The door was open. In this case, in automations, you will be able to configure the automation that, like, in case this sensor was triggered, the camera will turn directly to the place where it happened. For example, here. Okay, for example, this sensor here, it turns. In this case, you will be able to see it, which distinguishes this from many of our competitors. So this PT can be controlled by automations, which will certainly increase the security. Because in case there is some other camera which just cruises around, in this case it will not notice some events happening in the room, it will just keep cruising and these events will just happen. But in our case, you can configure like it will turn in this way to the direction where the event actually happened, which was triggered, which was noticed by one of our Zigbee sensors here. Okay, so these were 4 use cases I wanted to share with you. Of course, there are many, many more. It's something which you can search for, you can check on the videos, you can think about by yourself and post as well. This is something which really excites me personally. But anyways, okay, there is one more one more question. Where was I born? So, okay, the personal questions are here. Okay, no worries, you will know it in some of the upcoming live streams if you are so interested. Okay. Okay, I think I did explain the purpose of the Camera Hub G3 quite well. Once again, now we have it sold on in different regions. So officially, it started just 1 day ago on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca for US and Canada, as well as Amazon.fr for the whole Europe, actually. Not the whole Europe, at least the majority of big European countries there. So the sale is still there. Let me repeat some of the promo codes I did already announce. Maybe some of you did not hear them from me. So let me remind you. So the first one for US and Canada, Amazon.com and CA, should be G3 Social. G3 Social, so like G3 Camera Hub and the word social, like social media. Okay, so these are 8 symbols, right? The second one for Amazon.fr, actually for much more European countries, this is FR Social, the same word, G3. One long word, let's say FR Social G3. So both of them will give quite a substantial discount of exactly or almost 20% of the price, which will make it even more competitive here, yeah? Okay, apart from this, we have some really special event. Once again, now you will have maybe latest chance to ask the questions on live stream so that I can answer these questions. But now something that many of you or many of the users we have seen were really excited about. It was a bit surprising to me personally, for example. That was the special version of G3 Camera Hub. We just hit the Chinese market. This is something we did not consider globally, but this is something that might happen at some point, maybe not for the G3 Camera Hub. So I will show you this kind of version. I have already seen some unbox videos, but in this case, this will be the first English unboxing video for the Camera Hub G3 Mars edition. So this is some special edition of G3 Camera Hub, which is very exclusive. Even for us to get it was quite hard. So we will give you a look at this. Okay, so it's here. Such a big box, much bigger than the original one. So what is written here? I will make it a bit closer, maybe to you, to make it more visible. It's written Mars Exploration. So in fact, the official English name, the Mars Exploration Edition of the Camera Hub G3 here. So, and it has really special look and really special packaging, maybe a really good gift box. So in the future, I really hope Something like this will be also available globally. In this case, we will try to give you something really, really special, even more special than this product, okay? So we have some difficulties. Maybe I need some help. Thank you. Okay, once again, don't hesitate to ask the questions. Yeah, something. Thank you for the assistance, yeah? Okay, so finally, this very important moment of unboxing, the special edition G3 Mars Exploration Edition. Okay, this is the box, and it has quite a special way of opening the box. So can the camera see me well? Yeah, right now? Yeah, good. So I hope you will see it as well. So I'm opening this up, and G3 Mars Exploration Edition is coming here and almost jumps out of it. No, not really. Anyways, we don't want to make it fall down. So anyways, this special box, it has a new product for Aqara. New kind of like something we never had before. This is about the backpack for the G3 Mars Exploration Edition. This backpack can be mounted onto the camera, which will cover the speaker a bit. So this is some kind of interesting feature for it. Okay, so this is the backpack, which will make it look like right like an astronaut. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. I hope you can see it. Anyway, some pictures are already available on the network. It does have some special kind of packaging, as well as some special leaflets inside the box. So I'll put it back. So this kind of important moment. Yeah. So you can write in the comments if you find this kind of Mars Exploration Edition something special and something worth entering the global market. If many of you, let's say, not only here in the comments, but overall, will accept this quite warm. In this case, we will consider some special editions of our products in the future. Some point it should happen, certainly, especially looking at our plans for the next year, which are really exciting. This is something I cannot share with you yet, but something which I will share with you later, okay? So let me check the questions if you have some more questions. Okay, one more question is what the discount G3 Social for France, FR Social G3, for the US and Canada G3 Social. Once again, these two code. Okay, so thank you for your excitement anyways. Okay, so this is a special product for us. This was the Camera Hub G3. So maybe the last chance for you to ask the questions so that I can answer them. And I think we will be able to finish this live stream. We'll have many, many interesting things to go in the future, so we'll try to prepare some interesting content for you so that you will like it even more. Okay, so for today, once again, that was G3 Camera Hub product launch stream. We are still celebrating the launch here. And okay, you can consider if this product is worth buying, but I think those who are really interested in smart home, they should just try this kind of product. Certainly, because this is kind of unique. We also studied all the market of the competitors, and we can say that this is something that no other brand can currently offer. Okay, new HomeKit products, right? We'll have much more HomeKit products. Okay, thank you for your attention. It was me, Philip, and okay, see you in the next